A woman, unable to bear children, was publicly shunned. To avoid being driven out of the house, Lucia summoned strong slaves. All Lucia's efforts were aimed at conceiving a child for Boss Ba, thus preventing him from embarrassing himself in front of his father. However, Boss Ba, unaware of Lucia's efforts, remained displeased with this daughter-in-law who couldn't carry on the family line. Lucia approached Boss Ba and told him she would do everything in her power to ensure he had a son to inherit the family business. Just then, a servant arrived to announce the arrival of the old witch. Lucia, upon hearing about her enemy, immediately became furious. The old witch, however, claimed he had invited the man. To address the incident last night, the old witch brought a bottle of fine wine to apologize. To thank Boss Ba for his thorough handling of the matter, he decided to grant his family a spot in the opening tournament of the new arena, but with one condition. He still had to buy Gannicus. Lao Ba was naturally willing to agree to this condition, but Boss Ba firmly opposed it. Lao Ba then discussed his past dueling with his current coach, Amamos, who also believed that Gannicus would one day become an unrivaled champion. After hearing the others' opinions, Lao Ba began to hesitate and decided to hold a qualifying tournament. The duelists would be ranked according to the results of the matches. The last few would be sent to the mining area, and if Gannicus lost a match, Lao Ba would sell him to the old witch. However, Gannicus had recently been troubled by love. When he looked up and saw Melita, the blushing memory flashed back to him right there on the court. His love for Melita was uncontrollable, but he couldn't betray his best friend. After some inner struggle, Gannicus dropped his guard and lost to the rapidly rising newcomer, Cress. Gannicus' sale was a foregone conclusion. But just then, Old 8 suddenly began to cough incessantly. The elderly Old 8 remained bedridden, his will surging with a fever. The doctor declared his condition critical. Boss Daxiao Ziba declared he would search every corner of Capua for herbs to heal his father, and the others immediately set off. The doctor's final words reminded Lucia that a little wine could alleviate his silence. Lucia dutifully followed the will and brought the bottle of wine that Old Wu had sent to her father-in-law, essentially escorting him to his death. In this way, Lucia completely escaped her father-in-law's disdain and shifted the blame onto her enemy, Old Wu. However, he had no idea that an innocent person would also die as a result.